You already know what it is. It's your brother, Virgil Berry, aka Stats with the Facts, man. And we here, man. Tap in and walk with us, man. Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page.
Hey, Real Talk Podcast.
Yeah. What up? It's your brother, Virgil Berry, aka Stats with the Facts. And y'all know y'all tapped in and tuned into another pre-recorded situation, but this is a dope event I went to about 2 weeks ago. The Now Foundation in my city of Columbus, Ohio, which is a black-owned, black-operated, FBA-operated organization that advocates for spreading information and knowledge about how to start a business, financial literacy, event planning, going into AI and applying the AI technologies, and pull all their resources together, a group of businessmen and women from around the city, and they put these programs together, these symposiums, these talks for networking events, so people become more aware of these things happening in the industry and our Black FBA presence within them, and pooling our resources together to help each other coming up in various fields, who may be artists or creatives or people looking to get into the finance or the business industry. It was a very, very dope event. I met lots of cool people. Some of them will be coming on the show here shortly. And I just wanted to share the experience with y'all, man. It's beautiful people doing beautiful things in my city. FBA all day, every day. I keep telling y'all that in my city, Columbus, Ohio, man, we getting on code more and more each day, and I love it. Next weekend, we got the African American Male Walk for Wellness. David Banner be in town, amongst others, and I will be there on the scene. So I'm gonna show y'all this footage, and I want y'all to enjoy. FBA all day, every day, no days off.
Guys enjoyed it? Informational? Alright, right now they're setting up for the speaker panel. So if you could gather in the room right here, the speaker panel is about to begin. Be sure to help yourself to the donuts, coffee, water before you head in.
Thank you to the Now Foundation for the incredible work you do and for creating the space for learning, collaboration, and community. Supporting over 300 small businesses, entrepreneurs, and creatives each year is no small feat. Your business elevation programs are changing lives by offering what so many business owners need most: access, tools, and support. Today's business landscape is changing rapidly. From new technologies like AI to evolving customer expectations, success requires more than just a great idea.
You can admit that GDP has changed. The same amount of money's out there. You have to be competitive enough to be able to carve out a niche for yourself and you can drive capital to you or customers or money to you. People have to pick you every day. You're in business every day, someone's picking you, coming to you. Not because they like you, because they think you do something for them, and the value proposition is there, and their time and resources to push it. So I think that's there, but I mean, there are million challenges, but I think those two, and we live in a new world now where labor and technology are all built together, trying to figure out where we stand in the new world. But I think the most basic things never change. Early capital and acquiring customers market. Those are things that never change. You always have to be top of mind on those things to be able to make something happen.
First comes to mind, you have, friends, family, different crowdfunding, but we also, we usually partner with various micro lenders such as DCBI or organizations such as Freedom Equity, and essentially in which if there's something that doesn't necessarily fit in our box, we do have a resource that we can provide out to you. And there's also various state funds that come available. A success story that I recently came across was we were speaking in our session earlier now with certain industries that we like, and there was an industry we were working with, and the grant came available, and essentially they were able to pay off the state grant that came available. They were able to pay off their current location to get an entirely new one and kind of start their business anew. But they got that various certifications there, and it took time to get there, but just not stopping at the bank to see what the bank has to offer. So I would say those.
Personal growth and mindset directly influence their adaptability and ultimately the success of their business?
Well, they link together real tight. The idea of taking care of yourself, personal care, like the exercise, make sure you eat right. Because there's going to often be lots of different types of changes that's going to come in your life. And you still have to operate the business, you still have to raise your family. So there's going to be setbacks. When you have these setbacks, you just can't let them take you off the mat. It can. I'm just going to be real. Since 2020, I had 5 deaths in my family, and one after another. So that's a loss, right? Deep loss. So coming off that loss, I went to the neutral zone that I talked about earlier. You know, the ending, you have a loss of life or something, and you get into that neutral zone, you just kind of spin out. Sometimes it's hard to get out of that breath while you're there. You lost family. So that takes your focus off of your own business. It drops your energy. So you have to try to connect with opposite people, other like-minded people like you. You want to make sure you stay in the network. That's something I have not done while I was in that spinning out mode. So I'm glad to be here today. Shot hard, positive energy, so I can keep moving forward. So they do correlate your health and the things that you're going through and how you're happy with it.
Sure, I can ask something. I think we all go through transformation all the time. I mean, you look at your lives, you don't plan it, but it happens. I look at my own self. I was an investment banker, ran a bond portfolio, now I run a nonprofit. You never think about what you may end up doing. Your life is constant. I think the people who are best able to succeed are adaptable. They understand the changes. They understand that nothing's a constant. You take the good things in life and you kind of keep figuring out what's the best thing you do and work with it. Because you got to be adaptable. This is not the whole world of our previous managers. They work somewhere and got a gold watch because they were there 25, 30 years. They had a retirement party and life was kind of set. You know, they started at 18, went somewhere and 50s up, they retired. And that was their life. You know, they could plan their life out 30 years and make these retirement. This is a different world. We live in a world now where your biggest skill is your adaptability. Your biggest skill is to see that the landscape changes daily, and you understand how you move with it. It's almost like when they build the biggest buildings, they make them flexible, right? Because the wind's gonna blow them down. The big, taller building, the more flexible it is. It is not stable. So I think that we live our lives like that. I think that's the new world. You're not gonna make a plan today. It's gonna be the same plan 10 years from now. It's not gonna happen. So I think understanding that helps you receive it, deal with it, and be good at it.
We're going to
Flow is here, right? And the question, Brandon Market. Obviously, you know, they are different. It's funny that I was in grad school, that's why I knew I should be in marketing, right? I thought marketing and sales was the same thing. I was interviewing with some of my marketing companies. I said, yeah, why do you want to be in marketing? I said, I sell it. And I have no clue the difference. So that's there. But branding is your brand. We all have a brand. Brand is the brand of showing your own time. Brand is everything you do, right? So from your company to your personal, your brand is always being built. It's always being added to. It's always being taken away from if things go against you. So brand is important. You know, we look around the world when you say, oh, we go to McDonald's. People go to McDonald's. It's a brand. They don't know McDonald's is a brand. Or they still think it's a brand, right? And brands are important. You know, we see it in the media world now where people with celebrities are being moved from here to here because they're branded. They're the same person. Their brand is went from here to here. And so your brand is truly important individually, company-wise, product-wise, and your brand has so many elements to it. It's everything you do. Your brand is always on display. It's never numbers, right? It's whatever you do, how you treat the people is your brand. Everything's part of your brand. So that's, you know what branding is. When we talk about marketing, alluded to earlier, challenges. Marketing is how you promote your product situation. Marketing is the avenue, the channels, which tools you use, the materials you put out there. That's your marketing. Your marketing incorporates your brand, obviously. You're marketing your brand. You're marketing your brand and services, but they're not the same. Because you can do great marketing, two people can do the same thing, right? They can do the same exact marketing because their brands are different, the results are totally different. Do the same exact work, they pay the same amount of money in all the same outlets, and they can get it. But our receipt is totally different because it's based on the brands that people associate them with. And you just pay a different price. It was funny. I saw something one time. I don't know if it was perfume, but one of those perfumes, right? It was selling somewhere, right? It was like $25. Wasn't selling over, wasn't doing anything. And they went back and gave us some time. It was brand new. Nobody wants to buy cheap perfume. They raised the price like $200. They could keep it in the store. You know what I'm saying? And the product didn't change at all. But the brand perception changed, right? They give it a better box, a little fancier box, a little fancier whatever. And from a branding standpoint, people receive that differently and better. So that's how important branding is. Another branding store, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I guess when he first came over here, he was doing him, some other guy was doing bricklaying to make some money, whatever, between bodybuilders or doing, right? And he was doing work and not making no money, right? And somebody said, man, what those accents and something like that. He was telling me.
I'm going to try not to rant, but I'm going to speak from the heart. I try to stand by my character. And times get tough, and things change, but you can think of it as driving through a storm, right? The easiest way to go through a storm is to get through it. Once you stop, once you try to get up the side streets, you never know what's coming your way. But during tough times, I just try to stick to my character and keep going straight. Right? I think there was a quote from Denzel Washington. I could be completely wrong, but I think he said, "If you fall forward." Right? Instead of falling backwards, fall forward. So again, try to pick your chin up, do your best each day. Right? Yeah.
I constantly think about Romans 12:2, renewing my life. Praising God and keeping God ahead of my life helps me to be a bigger person. So sometimes you encounter situations in life, and those situations can seem to be real big, but when you start putting your mind on God, and start praying, and start growing yourself spiritually, it makes the problem smaller. So I always try to determine that when I have challenges. So I do that in business and personal.
For me, my philosophy is just always trying to be real to myself. Just always be genuine. And when tough times come, I just always make sure that I'm being authentically me and I'm moving one step at a time. I'm really hard on myself. So just know that, always go back to the authentic me and do it one step at a time until we done.
For me, I think it's pretty simple. When things are tough and you struggle to be able to decide, go to a laser focus on what's because I think that when you're struggling, part of the struggle is a lack of resources, lack of time, lack of something, some pressure against you. You gotta make choices. So I try to formulate my choices around what's most important to me. And that changes, my life changes, right? But what's most important to me, I try to make sure I'm handling those things first.
Underwriter and credit analyst. And I think the first thing that I was thinking about when you said that was you wouldn't want to have a cleaning business and a record producing studio, right? Because now I have to buy products and my expenses and everything for a cleaning studio or cleaning company are going to be completely different than what I have for my studio. So now our expenses are going to be so much higher, and I'm trying to be successful in one to move that into the other. So I think we should always have a cohesion in what you're doing, and that's something as an underwriter that I would look at. How cohesive are your two businesses that you own? Often I see people who are opening up a business for anything, a cleaning business, and maybe they have an investment real estate company because they need stores as well too. So they're buying stores or commercial property or whatever it may be, and then also utilizing, I think you said, to pay yourself rent. I think the other portion is kind of how he said that he has a name for his company. Performance, you said it was Performance Health Institute. And from underneath that, he is allowing himself to be a trainer underneath that, doing business as trainer. And then he could say doing business as vitamins. You know, maybe he wants to sell vitamins and herbal teas and things like that as well too. But notice that he's staying cohesive in his business from one end to the other, where he's not exasperating his expenses in two different formats. So that's something I thought about. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Our target focus, but we also help organizations in the greater Columbus area. But yes, please see me. I'm out in the lobby. If you would like to request to use space, we have this main space, and then we have 4 boardrooms, and then we have a training room that is accessible to you. And then also we are coming up on 1 year of being open. So Tuesday,
Okay, then.
July 22nd, we're actually having a community resource fair for the community. So if you would like to be a vendor, it's free to be one. Let me know and we can kind of get you signed up. Or if you just like to come to the resource fair to attend, connect with people in your community, get some free food, please come out and show up. I left flyers in each breakout room, so when you go to your breakout, just grab a flyer. But yeah, thank you for your time.